Previously on Sailing Bohemia.
We're healing like crazy, but making great progress. We'll be there in no time. Knots! This is on the edge of my comfort zone.
It's definitely crossed my line, let me tell you that. Come to Costa Rica, he says. Don't come by boat.
This is something else.
What have I done to deserve this? I want to go back to Mexico.
45 knots. We're trying to punch through it with the engine. We just want to get towards the marina right now. Get into the wind. There's only a couple of miles of fetch, but this is insane.
So here we are at 5 to 6 in the morning. We're going to be the first customers of the day for the marina. It has been a very windy night, but we have a small window before the winds start howling across this bay again. And I do not fancy docking in a 40-knot crosswind. So we better get here early and hope to avoid all the carnage.
Well, I'm so glad we came to this sheltered marina and paying $2.50 per foot per day. It's only blowing 38 knots. And the boat is heeling like if we are sailing. I don't think we're gonna stay very long. Just waiting for the immigration people.
We used an agent and job number one, our check-in to the country went smoothly, with most of the officials able to come to us in the marina. Luckily, we got one windless day and jumped at the chance to complete jobs 2 and 3. Repairing both of our damaged head sails on the dockside. All done. This really pushed our little sail right to its limits and beyond its limits in some cases. I had to finish this really thick bit by hand with the speedy stitcher. But all done. Let's just hope it holds. One of the main issues we have when we're in Costa Rica is the red tides. The area unfortunately suffers from them, and they really sneak up on us when we're sailing, or sometimes even they drift into an anchorage. We need to be super careful when we're running the water maker because if we suck some of this bacteria into our membrane, then it's going to do some real damage, and it'll poison our water tank with stuff that we can't drink. So we need to keep a careful watch.
There's a little gust there, wasn't it? There's something there. Something wrong. The stress of catching fish.
Okay, he's forgotten how to do it. It's been so long. Well, he did say as soon as I got the boat above 5 knots, we'd have something on. It wasn't far off.
It's a skipjack, quite a little one, so I'm gonna let it go.
First mate's in a giving mood today. Best take advantage of that.
Ooh, it's not looking good. Our anchorage and the lovely beach which we are heading to is just over here, and this entire area is red tide. So it's not good news because you shouldn't really swim in red tide at all. So I'm just hoping for some big current that is gonna take it all away. problems in paradise, eh? It's never straightforward.
You're dropping the anchor here.
Yes. Oh my God. What a terrible neighborhood we have.
Did anyone say we need a swivel? I don't think so. No wonder that our windlass keeps breaking and jamming, because look at that. Captain half job right here.
Swivel wouldn't help in this case, it's the line that's coming unraveled and twisting it. Swivel's at the other end. Still, it's not an easy life. I'll see what I can do to get that through.
I'm done.
Time for the captain to take over, I feel. You can read it on the first mate's face.
You know, I'm so glad that on many occasions I wear face mask, because then he can't see my facial expressions.
I'm thinking of getting him a face mask with his expression painted on it permanently, so he doesn't need to overwork his face muscles.
There'll be a happy side and not so happy.
I think our bonus solar panel up the front here has finally bitten the dust. I test these panels periodically. We have flexible solar panels everywhere, which are super easy to mount on our Fabric Dodger and Bimini. The trade-off that comes with it though is that they don't last forever. These ones are the oldest, are about 4 years old, and so they are aging gracefully, I would say, just like Bohemia's crew.
Thank you very much.
That's right. They're all aging well, apart from this one on the front, which gets a bit battered and abused, as you may have seen in the previous video. We're going to get rid of this one when we next come into a marina. The rest of them will probably refresh and replace them when we get to Panama, because shipping and tax and getting stuff imported is super easy there. Even the old ones, the 4-year-old ones, are putting out about 80% of their original capacity, so that's perfectly usable, and we're still charging the batteries pretty well with them. 5+ amps, that's very good. Well, goodbye to Bahia Guacamaya. We had a lovely 2 days here. Unfortunately, we got a bit unlucky with the red tides though, and we couldn't swim in the water much, and we couldn't make water either, so we're running a little bit low on our front tank. We need to get the water maker started. It's amazing, this red tide. It really sneaks up on you when you're sitting on anchor. There's just streaks of it throughout the bay, and the currents push it around really fast. So within the space of 5 minutes, you go from beautiful clear water to murky red sludge. It's a nasty type of algae, so you shouldn't really swim in it, and you certainly shouldn't suck it into your water maker. It does untold damage to the membrane, and you don't want to drink the water after it's made that. So time to leave. Hopefully the next bay will be a bit clearer water.
It really is everywhere. I hope this is not going to be an issue, because we are quite heavy water users, you know. Time to stop the bathhouse, I think. No more 3 showers per day.
Boundless has just gone wing on wing, and we've just gone wing on wing. Someone's copying, but I won't say who. It's a race.
He tucked again. Uh-oh, Boundless can't keep it up. He's back on a deep broad reach. A bit floppy.
Performance anxiety.
We're gonna overtake them in a minute now. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Don't count your eggs before they're hatched.
Just approaching the new bay. The water looks lovely, which is a fantastic news, because finally we can swim. And the moment we drop the anchor, we're gonna switch on the water maker as well, and we're gonna be on a watch, on a red tide watch. Never thought I will be saying this, but that's how it is this time of the year in Costa Rica. They really tend to suffer with the red tide. But the beach is beautiful and white and it looks fabulous.
Really happy with this. Nice spot.
I'm going to switch on the water maker quickly before the red tide comes in. And quickly put in the tank.
Crystal clear water. This is an opportunity not to be wasted. The water maker's running and we're running into it. Oh, for this.
I'm bringing more than a boxed wine. I actually baked a lovely carrot cake. See, the perfect guest. Just invite me for dinner.
Perfect guest. A little bit desperate though, some would say. You should see him. He takes his bladders of wine out anywhere just in case someone's going to invite him aboard. If he cruises past you on the dinghy with a bladder of red wine in each hand, you'll know what he's angling for.
I just had far too many dinners. Duo here. You know, I need people. More people.
Desperately.
Desperately, exactly.
Have dinghy will travel.
I'm taking my boxed wine and a carrot cake. What are you bringing?
You.
Bohemia.
You and my apologies.
I'm so sorry. There you go, let's go.
On that note.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome onto my new yacht. It's a 42 feet. I bought it cash. Here's the moment. Julian, this is for you.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. You decant it from your bag.
Damn it.
Cheers.
$3 beer from Costa Rica.
And here's a 75 cents beer from Mexico. It's called stocking up.
Something we didn't do. Where's your
ones.
Bohemia ones?
And here's the real premium beer, of course.
Let's see how this is.
See, I knew I shouldn't be too shy about bringing boxed wine. Look what they drink. It was a good year. We are having such a bad luck here in Costa Rica. So for the last few days we had red tide everywhere, that we couldn't make water, we couldn't swim. And since yesterday afternoon we have a bushfires or whatever it is. It's been horrendous. It's everywhere you see is this haze of smoke, and we've been breathing it for the last 24 hours and no more. So we're lifting the anchor again, and this time we are escaping the smoke. The Papagayo winds have picked up again, so they're not really helping the fires at all. If anything, it's all bringing the smoke here towards the seaside. Yeah, so not great. We're gonna head towards Tamarindo, which is a large tourist resort, so we hope that they are not burning these fires there. Wow, it's starting. Just the jib out and we are already doing 6.5 knots. When will these winds stop? I just want a nice, beautiful 12 knots of wind. Is that too much to ask?
The good news is that was the only upwind leg of the route, I hope. And we're already bearing away, so it should be nice and pleasant from here on. Captain promises.
You know what that means.
Well, the only thing about Costa Rica cruising that's really met our expectations so far are the furious Papagayo winds. We were told about how drastic they were, howling across the hillsides, and that's exactly what we've experienced. The rest of our expectations, I guess, have been a little bit inaccurate. The north part of Costa Rica in this season is really dry and arid. We're expecting to be in tropical paradise by now, surrounded by palm trees and monkeys. But I think that's coming as we go further south. And unfortunately, this dry, arid environment really contributes to these fires that we're seeing. We've been told that they're started deliberately by farmers trying to prepare their land for the wet season and I guess germinate some grass seeds. But it seems like a pretty extreme method of farming, and certainly some of these are going out of control in the furious winds that are also blowing at the same time. So a little bit hostile, I would say, to cruisers so far. Certainly a country of extremes in the north. Hopefully as we go south the winds are going to calm down and the land will get a little bit more damp and less susceptible to these crazy fires. It's a really good job we filled our water tank yesterday, because just a few hundred yards outside of the anchorage and the water is brown and murky again. Don't know what to make of these red tides.
Welcome onto my new yacht. It's a 42 feet. I bought it cash.
Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patrons for filling our bilges with joy and keeping us going. Thank you to Kendall and Matt from Santa Cruz, California, who are preparing their Catalina for grand adventures down to Mexico, Panama, and beyond.
Champagne for everyone!
If you enjoyed this episode, then please don't forget to tell YouTube all about it by commenting, liking, and sharing. See you next time.